This is your host plural, Tofa and Scrang and Blue. You guys can introduce yourselves if you like.
Hello.
It's Blue.
All right, we'll get right into our first topic that I've written down. It's gonna be funny at first, dude. I swear. And I'm keeping all this awkwardness in there. I'm keeping all the awkwardness in there. All right, guys. Welcome to the Peanut Gallery, the saltiest podcast in the world, where we talk about video games and other crazy nonsense constantly. First thing that I have written down is we're starting with it. We're starting with Fortnite. Is Fortnite the biggest game ever? What do you guys think?
Biggest game ever.
Like, I'm talking since fucking goddamn motherfucking Sonic and all that shit.
So
I would say yeah.
I mean, if we're talking like, so what's the context? Are you talking like revenue wise, numbers wise? Yeah.
Is it too broad to say generally? I guess yeah.
It matches everything, you know, like numbers wise.
I mean, revenue. We're talking revenue. I guess view-wise, player base. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying.
I don't have the numbers.
I'll go on
in front
Twitch
of me.
right now. I'll go on Twitch right now. Let's. Actually, I think World of Warcraft is killing it right now. And that kind of proves like games are shit right now because it's a 13-year-old game.
If World of Warcraft came back, because it was dead, what? Dude.
Yeah, 153K. Yeah, actually, dead. Fortnite is below Grand Theft Auto right now.
But I mean, think about how like World of Warcraft was like really big during a time when streaming wasn't even really a thing. So like now they like them releasing that was actually kind of smart in a way because now all of those old streamers who used to play the game can now stream it to a younger viewer base, and you're building following by a younger viewer base, and at the same time you're creating publicity for the game by people who would have played it anyway. You know what I mean? So so like that's actually pretty smart in the way that Blizzard chose to approach it. As far as Fortnite is concerned, I don't necessarily know. Like, we can talk about like numbers, we can talk about all of that like general statistical sort of data, but in terms of like raw innovation, I'm pretty sure that like the only thing that we can really contribute Fortnite to is like cross-platform play. That's like really the big innovative move that they made.
They fucking broke it with that shit.
But that wasn't even the first one. Have to shout out Paragon. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out Paragon.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Shout outs to Paragon.
R.I.P. Paragon, because that was the first original crossplay game ever. Was like truly crossplay where you could play with PlayStation and PC.
Isn't is Sea of Thieves is a Xbox and PC, right?
It is indeed crossplay,
yeah. But it's not the first. That's what I'm saying.
He started peeking through with his trombone or whatever it is, and then the other guy started doing it, and then he shot him in his face.
I'm the fucking dickhead. I'm such a dickhead, bro.
Tifu. So like, here's the thing, man. Like Tifu's always been the player, like even back in H1Z1, to be like really exploiting those kinds of like little tricks and bugs, and like to a player who's maybe not as experienced as Tifu, that's literally just him being like, oh, we're both safe, let's just troll each other, type of thing.
I was just looking at
How the fuck would you do that?
Yo, pause.
Yo,
pause.
But you have to keep that in there.
Yeah,
How the fuck would you do that?
How the fuck would you do that?
Just throw that in there.
I will. It'll be goofy as shit, dude. It's all gonna be fucking.
How the fuck would you?
That's crazy. Wait, where's Fortnite at in the fucking views? It's like fifth. It's still twice as much as like PUB and Apex. Apex kind of fucking Apex.
I think people are just tired of battle royales. People got bored of them. They're
it's time for the next thing, man. I mean, Apex fucking had a nice fucking peak for a while, and then now it's kind of leveled out. I think it's on the same level as PUBG. I prefer Apex over Fortnite and PUBG if I were to play a battle royale, but that's just personal opinion.
I don't know, man. I think like I guess me personally, like, I've kind of, like, invested more time into Fortnite than probably, like, you and Shane. And, like,
yeah,
that's just because,
I think so.
that's just because like when that ranked season hit and they announced that like everyday players like me could potentially play in the world tournament, I got this really, really bad hunger to actually fight in those matches. And to a certain extent, I did get to play in those tournaments, and it's really, really crazy. But like, fighting those people is a fucking mountain to climb, man. They're no fucking joke at all. I got killed by
serious about it. Only play that game, dude. That's what they do.
Yeah. I got killed by a pro player in the first match of one of my tournaments, and like. That was just like instantly. It was just like, oh, it's E11 Marsh. Like, holy shit! Like,
have you seen Untitled Goose Game?
Yeah, I was watching CDM play that game last night. And he was like making his goose dance to the music and stuff.
Untitled Goose Game.
Hold on, Alright, I'll play this guy's stream. So I guess you're just a goose. I don't know what the objective is.
Oh, this is sick.
Yeah, I love the I love the animation. It's just like
you can like control your goose's head and stuff like that. I was watching CDM play and he was like playing music and making his like goose head bob to it and shit. I gotta see if I can't find the video.
Yes, you're amazing.
Hey. I'm not mad about this. I'm streaming this guy. Stream it in the Discord, Blue. I don't know what the objective is at all. He starts it. Hey, what is his objective? The person is thinking about the box.
That's amazing, dude. Huh. Huh. Oh,
she like tested the weight. What? Hey. Oh shit!
How the fuck would you do that?
Run, Goosey!
Oh. He's got to. Yo, the guy
Angry
was.
Tomato ass.
Yo, he's fucking.
He fell in the tomatoes.
Oh. And then.
Alright, so here we go. Click on him. I go to roles. I click Presidential Peanut.
Okay, cool. Alright, we're gonna bring in our favorite terrible Mike friend. Who also hacks accounts on.
Straight out of the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, he's got a terrible mic, but we're gonna bring him in anyway because this guy's a good guy. This is a pretty good guy. He's a pretty good guy, I guess. Fucking.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right.
Besides the fact that he steals RuneScape accounts or Rune Light, whatever you're calling it, from people, and the fact
this guy gains people's trust and then steals thousands of dollars worth of stuff from them.
Yeah, so let's bring him in.
I don't know if you should be telling people about that.
I mean, how many corals are there in the world? So let's tell him to come in here, and we'll bring him in.
Alrighty.
Yep. All right, come in out a little bit. There we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Corey, we want to talk to you about something.
So, Corey, can you, for starters, before we even begin having this conversation, can you elaborate on the exact process that you use to scam?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a step-by-step. How you scamming out here in these RuneScape streets?
Basically friend them. You know, tell them, you get them on a low level. I don't know, maybe around 50, 40.
That's relatively low for RuneScape?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they got stuff of value.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You can start off by giving them like an amp, like something that's worth a few mil.
You give them a chicken leg or something? What do you
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Like an amulet of fury. So
maybe tell them they look nice.
Yeah, that won't hurt your chances.
Let them know that you're gonna take them to fancy dinner parties and stuff.
Yeah. And then once you do that, all you simply do is just wait and tell them, hype them up, tell them that you've done Fire Cape for a few of your friends, and then let that idea stick in their head for a while.
talking like, is this a process over of like a few days or a month? Oh my God!
He passively gains their trust and plays the video game with them for months. And then he's just like, bro, let me sign on your account. I'll just do it for you.
So this man is yo. If you put that effort into some like real life scamming, you might be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah, and
so
well, I mean, how much effort is it to just to make someone believe you're their friend? I mean, for a sociopath like Corey, that's easy.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
by the way, I know I've known you guys for years now,
yeah,
but I've been all right.
I've known you guys for years now, but I am selling you all out to the FBI.
That guy that pulled you over last month.
Don't you find it a bit interesting that you've been getting into a very large number of traffic stops lately?
Yeah, Corey, that's super fucked up. A few months, and then you just like ask them for their accounts to do.
No, you wait for them to ask you. See, that's the thing. Tell them you'll give them a good deal.
You tell them,
they offer it up to you.
What I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
No, so what I'm
mindfuck.
So what I'm envisioning is this: he just kind of like gives them the sweet talk, and he's like, "Yeah, I've done fire cape," and he just kind of shows off his fire cape. He's like, "Yeah, I did it for a bunch of my friends," and then that person goes and tries it by themselves, and they're like, "Wow, this is hard. Can you help me?" And he's like, "Yeah, let me sign on your account," and then he changes.
That's 6 kinds of fuck. I mean, I did it once in World of Warcraft. So I was like, "Hey, maybe you want to trade accounts one time?" And he's like, "All right, yeah, let me check your account out." I just like changed the information. He got it back like a week later though. The segment explain that meme with Blue Kazoo.
All right, so first things first. We are going to talk about this monstrosity that's been all over the internet.
What is it? Oh, fucking Jesus.
So, like...
I fucking know it!
So, obviously, like, this guy right here knows where Atlantis is.
Ooh, he does.
And he's like, he's offering the judge the map in exchange for a couple more years. I personally think that this whole meme has already been dragged into the ground, and it's only been like a week, which is kind of crazy.
There's been mad memes with him. Like, this is super funny.
Yeah, this guy, like realistically though, like, is it really that not understandable that you would rather snitch out a bunch of people that have like done?
Oh, dude, I would snitch in a second. That's why I don't do fucking illegal things. It's because I'm not ready to fucking be about that life.
I guess that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, like...
Shane, we just want to ask you some questions. Corey did it.
What?
Friend, why does the Electoral College exist? Study finds 16.4 million Americans think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
That's fucking unreal, though.
Bro, I maintain that 25% of this nation at least is literally brain dead. And, like, if this statistic is true, and it's from fucking NBC, then that seems legit.
Go back full circle to... people with higher IQs are having less kids, and people with lower IQs are having more kids. 16.4 million people are like, hey, do you know where chocolate milk comes from? Brown cows, the ones that are brown, they'd make it. Like, do you think, like...
like, it reminds me almost of that YouTube video that I saw one time about, like people going around explaining that, like, studies have shown that the negative impacts of H2O. How do you feel about it? I think they should ban it! Like, bruh. Like, do you know basic chemistry? Like,
yeah, there was this this video I watched. It was about the Trump building the wall, and
you said we all come by plane.
Well, there's that one, and also this one is like there's some guy like acting like being a Trump supporter, and someone like showed him like, hey, sir, have you heard of ladders? And, like, talking about like a ladder going like, have you heard of ladders? It's like, no, what's that? Showed him like someone climbing over a wall with a ladder. Like, oh, is this new? when did this happen? It's like, it happened like 1,000 years ago. It's like, I must have missed that. People climb right over walls with these things. It's like,
I just inserted a meme.
All
That's
right.
mad accurate.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
Shane, that reminds me of that meme. Shane,
yo,
that
Google
reminds me of
page
that
2
meme.
is fucked up.
That reminds me of that meme of like the fucked up picture of the dude with like a Tech 9 in his hand and it said, "This is what McDonald's Sprite tastes like." Fucking
I fucking knew it.
Corey, you're retarded.
What?
Stop sending me this shit.
Yo, he looks fucking mad cute though. Nicolas Cage.
But then he posts it. That's
Watching a video on YouTube about a similar situation occurring with, what's the name of the team? Oh god, it got discontinued. I Buy Power. So
Oh,
right.
that's where I
so
got my
right
PC
now-
from, dog. Shouts out.
Yep. So right now, I Buy Power used to have a competitive team, and right now, if you were to go into CS:GO and you wanted to get like an I Buy Power sticker for your gun from like the 2014 tournaments, it's gonna run you about $6,000.
Oh damn.
And the reason why is because those stickers were released at a time when no one played the game, and due to some fraudulent felonious shit, I Buy Power got discontinued. So those stickers got discontinued.
What felonious shit?
So basically, if I had to like go into detail about how they ended up getting banned, their team was in a competitive match against another team. I can't actually remember what team they were facing, but what they did was they went on the CS:GO betting sites and they bet about $150,000 on the team they were playing against, and then they threw the game.
Oh, that's fucked up, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad fucked up.
And they got
I
caught-
Buy Power did that?
Yeah, and they got caught
my
with that.
computer's fucking. Oh, I gotta throw this thing out, dude.
And they basically that ended up
wait,
getting...
what did they do?
Yeah,
So I Buy Power, the team I Buy Power was playing against another team in a major for CS:GO, and they went on the CS:GO betting sites and they bet $150,000 on the team that they were playing against. I Buy Power bet on the team they were playing against, and then they threw the game. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome, but not awesome. That shit happens all the time. It's professional shit.
But basically, they got disqualified for it, and they got disbanded as a team because they broke contract.
That's how big gaming is getting, yo. They're like,
yeah, I mean that's a serious
it's like
offense.
Like box, it's like how they old school boxing and like the mafia being in like rigging fucking fights and shit. People are like, yo, we're about to rig this fucking esports shit. This is fucking insane.
It's all about money, bro.
It is.
But yeah, like
money and control.
Back to like
What's
the original thing I was talking about. Those CS:GO stickers are now worth thousands of dollars because they got discontinued at a time when the game wasn't really that big to begin with. So there's only a handful of them in existence. Anyway, similar situation. Going back to FaZe, because of this whole thing with Tfue, there was speculation that FaZe might get disbanded because they were like in violation of contract or something like that. So the stickers for FaZe all temporarily went up to like $14 or $15 each, and I bought a bunch of them thinking they would go up even higher, and they're down to like $3. So I just put a bunch of them on my guns.
That stinks. I keep looking at like fucking Bitcoin and shit, and it's going like up and down between like 9,500 and like 10,500, and I was like, and at the beginning of this year, it started at like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. And it's fucking, it's literally worth, the one Bitcoin is worth like $10,000 right now. I'm like, damn, and whoever fucking invested in this shit at the beginning of this year or before is fucking literally made like 1,000% like increase.
Can you explain to me what a Bitcoin is?
It's virtual currency. It's a
it's a form of cyber money. So like they use Bitcoin to transfer extremely large amounts of money. So instead of transferring $100,000, they transfer 10 Bitcoins, and then they trade it off for $10,000.
It's also very anonymous and untraceable. So it's also used a lot on like the black market and the dark web, etc., and all those sorts.
Yeah,
of
there was
things.
a whole controversy that like Bitcoin was involved was being used as like the currency for like human sex trafficking and stuff like that.
But it absolutely was, and selling like know very hard drugs online and stuff like that. So I mean, but that's like it's crazy. They're dealing with it, and like one Bitcoin is worth fucking 10 G's. So you'd be trading. Oh, I want to get a sandwich with like Bitcoin, because some towns, this is what I heard, are some like areas run on Bitcoin. Like they have credit cards that have Bitcoin on them. Like, oh, that's 0.062223 for this coffee. And it's like, it's a weird currency. It's the most powerful currency. One of them is worth fucking 10 G's. It's ridiculous. If it will go up or down, I don't know. That's how the market works.
Yeah, I mean, the future, I feel, of Bitcoin is kind of blurry just because of like how nefarious it is, and
it's got a stigma for sure.
Yeah, and like
didn't China at one point not accept it as a currency, and then it dropped insanely in value?
I don't know.
It's just like the fact that it's not traceable makes it not really a good form of currency for public trade. Yeah. So freaking like I can't really imagine a bunch of countries like going hard into like using that as like a top form of currency. I mean, if it did, it might become even worth more money. But like as far as like transferring like large amounts of money is concerned, I mean, for the most part, I feel like there's like a World Bank that like holds most of the world's currency, and freaking like it's kind of like all the countries are just kind of like indebted to that World Bank, and like it's just like a big trade-off in terms of like this country owes me this much money, so I get to take this much money from that pool and whatever have you. And as of right now, it's literally air. It's just like federal credit on like a worldwide level.
All right, thanks for tuning in to the Peanut Gallery. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. Bye. I hit that shot. You fucking shit me, bro. Come on.